Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I am Holden, and today I am utterly alone. No, in all seriousness, today I am going to be doing this solo. I know in the description I did say Lauren was going to be with me, and that was the plan because you really think Lauren would miss an opportunity to eat this delicious, delicious candy and pair this delicious candy with whiskey. Highly doubtful, but unfortunately, Lauren did get some kind of sickness or something, or her head hurts, or her throat hurts, or um, she's got some stuff going on with her, so she's unable to join us. But that doesn't mean that I can't sit here and indulge in the finer things in life. The finer things being delicious candy and, of course, delicious whiskey. Now, I do have this one sitting here. I'm going to get to this in a little bit. This one that I picked up recently, my most recent bottle. I actually haven't even drank it out of a Glencairn yet because I just kind of have been waiting. I don't know why in particularly. I've been dieting for a while now for this Halloween, and this isn't going to help it, but I basically have been not drinking as much whiskey recently because I've been dieting. But this week, at the end of this week on Saturday, I will be finished with my diet. So for my costume basically, and then after that I get to indulge a little bit, so then I can go back to my normal whiskey drinking ness. So Sugar Kitty's in the house. Meow. Cheers to you, Sugar Kitty. Thanks for stopping in and saying hey, and tell her we missed her. Yes, I definitely will. I'm not sure if she'll be watching or not, or if she'll be in the chat or not. Right now she's just laying on the couch, kind of. She's really tired. Just chilling, just vibing there. So not sure if she's going to be in the chat at all tonight, but if she is, then at least she'll be there with us in that way. But yeah, so I got just a couple of candy bars here tonight, and I'm just gonna kind of go over it. So we got some Snickers. They're the ghoulish green. They're just normal Snickers, but like the nougat inside of it is green. We got some Reese's peanut butter cups. They are the Franken cup, and they're milk chocolate with green colored cream. So like the bottom, they're like half and half. The bottom's like green. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you when I open it up. But the bottom half is basically green. The top half is basically our normal Reese's. We got some Heath bars because I like Heath, and I really thought Heath would be a good one to pair with some whiskey. And then the one that everyone hates except for me because I love, and that is candy corn. I honestly, I fuck with candy corn big time. I got the regular, and then I got like the chocolate ones that are like chocolatey or whatever, and then I got the pumpkins, which the pumpkin ones just taste like the regular ones, except they're in the shape of pumpkins, but they're bigger, so I like them a little bit better. But before we blast into the candy, I do want to taste this. This is Blue Run Reflection. So this is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It is 95 proof, and I'm not sure exactly how old it is. It did get bottled. Its batch date is summer of this year. Bottled on 6/23/2022. So there's that. And we're going to go ahead and pour it in the Glen here. I actually haven't had anything from Blue Run, so I'm going into this with fresh eyes, and hopefully it's good. I did watch one other review on it just because I was curious after I bought it. I wanted to know if I made the right decision. And I ended up not making the right decision. Not necessarily my fault, but more the store owner's fault. She had them, the chick who was at the register when I bought this, she had them behind the register, and I couldn't read that far because it was like way on the floor in the back. And I'm like, so what are those two over there? And she's like, oh, well, we got the bourbon and the rye. And I'm like, okay, seems pretty simple. I'm more of a bourbon guy, so I'll get the bourbon. Turns out, and there's only like a $5 difference. I think this one was like $80 or $75, and the other one was 80 or 85 or something like that. And then I go home and I look up the reviews, and then they say, oh, it's good, but the high rye one is better. And I'm thinking, the high rye one. I didn't know there was a high rye one. And so sure enough, I go back to the store. I look at the other bottle that was there that I could have bought. Ended up being, it wasn't a rye, it was a high rye bourbon. And it came in at cask strength, 112 or 111 proof or something like that. At least I think it was cask strength. Basically, everyone says that one's way better than this one, but this is the one I got. And so I was kind of upset because I much would have rather had the high rye. Mainly because of the higher proof, but also because I think that it would just be a better and a high rye. Granted, I haven't tasted this one, so maybe it'll be something that'll be perfect for me and I'll really like. But on the back, it says a meticulously balanced, sweet and spicy bourbon. Many are hand bottled and barred down by Loren, blah 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 blah. But the main gist that I'm getting from this bottle that I think I saw was that there was like when he switched over, I think from Castle and Key, I think it was, he ended up making a run of whiskey or something, and then it's called Reflection because like he was like reflecting back on those days and something that kind of reminded him of that or whatever. So all in all, we got it here. I'm gonna be diving into it before we get into this tasting of stuff. But first, let me say hi to the people. And Sugar Creek says, out of curiosity, what is the address of the Snickers? I'm guessing you didn't get the ones we make. This one says something about peanut allergies and value questions. This doesn't say on the label. I have the big bag, but it's in the other room, so maybe later tonight, or if Lauren's watching, she can grab it for me and tell me. But it doesn't say on the label which factory this one's from. So unfortunately, it does have some numbers on it, but all it says it has is on this, it doesn't even have calories. It has peanut allergen stuff. I do know the calories because obviously I'm dieting. It's only got 80 calories in one of them, but I'll probably end up going into the other room getting it later. Candy corn, question mark, shakes head. Honestly, I know that I shouldn't love it, but I do. It's really good. And then I looked up the flavor of like what candy corn is supposed to be the other day. It tastes like marshmallow, vanilla, and caramel, I believe. Marshmallow, vanilla, and cream. Which totally tracks because that's exactly what it tastes like. Specifically the marshmallow. I don't know why people don't like it because I love this. Independent Joe's in the house. Cheers, Independent Joe. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to be getting that stuff bottled up and sent over to you very soon here, so that our collab will go off without a hitch. Isaias V is in the house. Cheers, Isaias. And yeah, so okay, we got Louis da. Oh, I'm bad at Roman numerals. Is V 5 or is V 10? I think V is 5. IV, so that'd be the 6th, Louis the 6th, or Louis the. I think it's Louis the 6th, right, or the 4th. I can't remember. One of them is before, but anyway, he says new subscriber here. Eagle Rare is king, but drinking McKenna 10-year. Cheers, cheers to you, Louis. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, it is a 4th. Okay, so the V is 5, and if it's before the V, then it's subtraction. If it's after the V, it's addition. That's how those Roman numeral works. I knew that. But cheers, Louis. Thanks for stopping in. Derek Whiting is in the chat. Cheers, Derek. Thanks for stopping in here. Lauren is in the other room, curled up in a ball because she doesn't feel well. So sad times for her. And she's missing out on all this great candy. But thanks for stopping in. Yeah, the 4th. Yeah. Okay. So basically on this blue run, I don't have high expectations. I mean, it smelled pretty good there off the rip, but I always wary with something this expensive. This was $80, and it only comes in at 95 proof. And I'm not entirely sure on the age, but I think it was around 5 years. Either between 4 and 6 years, I think, was the age range for this. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to feel about it, but there's only one way to tell. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it on the nose. Okay, so I can definitely tell that there's spice in there. It does feel very or smell very light, not in like light as in not flavorful kind of way. Light as in like a little bit of like rich vanilla, maybe some like maybe like a vanilla frosting, along with like that spice in there too. I don't want to say it's quite cinnamon, but it definitely has like some baking spice aspects in there. Um, I mean, honestly, it kind of smells. I mean, this is my first whiskey of the night, so proofometer could be a little bit off, but it does kind of smell like it's got some proof in it, which is nice. Coming only at 95 proof, it's nice that it actually is going to be hitting above its weight, hopefully. But we're going to go ahead and get into the palate of this one and see how it is. Okay, okay, I can respect that. That's actually not bad. Is it $80 worth? Questionable, but is it good? Yes. Am I going to be able to drink this without uh, sneering at it? Yes. Am I going to drink it faster than some other things on my shelf? Yes. But would I buy a second bottle of it is the real question. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure. It was only my first sip though, so right off the rip, I'm not sure. But we're going to go in and get a second sip of it just to confirm suspicions. Yeah, so has this kind of like light fruitiness in it. Um, it definitely has like some light caramel or maybe a butterscotch somewhere along those lines. A little bit of some sweetness and light oak, not very heavy on the oak at all. But the baking spices do come through. It almost ends up rounding out to be kind of like a cinnamon on the back end there on the finish, which is pleasant and a nice surprise. Something I didn't expect from this bottle. But the vanilla also comes through just a little bit on the front of the palate, not quite falling all the way through to the back, but it is, yeah, I'd say pretty good. If I was gonna place a fruit on it, I would say kind of like a darker fruit. Phew. I mean, I'll go one more sip and then I'll try to place a fruit down, nail down a fruit for you guys. I don't know. It's I want to say like a stone fruit, maybe like a plum, something like plummy, maybe. I don't know. It's a weird and like because it's spicy, but it's sweet at the same time. Almost kind of reminds me of like a something I would get from Four Roses, which is a compliment because at Four Roses they make good stuff. So 21090 is in the house. Cheers, 21090. Thanks for stopping in. We're doing some candy pairings today, so hopefully we can find some whiskey that pairs great with all this candy. And yeah, I think it's time that we get right into this. I'm going to start with probably the Snickers because that one's going to be maybe the easiest. Or maybe I should start with the candy corn. That one might be the hardest. But while I have the blue run in the glass for shits and giggles, I might as well just start with that. So, like I said earlier, I personally like candy corn. I know that probably 90% of you guys in the chat hate candy corn, but Um, after not really being able to place the flavor of it, I did look it up and it tracks. The flavor of candy corn is marshmallows, vanilla, and cream. And then after reading that, going back and tasting this, I'm getting 100% marshmallows in this. Like it does have like the vanilla cream aspect of it, but like overall, like the main flavor of this, I would say, is like a marshmallow, which is probably why it's so sweet, which is why a lot of people don't like it. I think the marshmallows, they kind of they're more airy and they're like kind of like the consistency is different, so people can enjoy them more. But these are so small and compact that all that sweetness from like that marshmallowy flavor is just like in one place. So we're gonna see how this one tracks with the Blue Run Bourbon, the Reflection one. That's what it is. It's kind of got like the silvery butterfly on it, reflection like a mirror, basically. Oh, see, I kind of expected that to happen. The candy corn definitely overtakes the whiskey. I would say that marshmallow aspect goes through a lot with this. I was actually going to pull out maybe like a Woodford Double Oak for this one, or an Elijah Craig toasted barrel for this one, because a lot of those toasted barrels tend to have that like marshmallowy note, which a lot of people like. And normally when you're pairing stuff, a lot of times you might want to go with something that has similar flavors. But on this aspect, I think I want to go with something a little bit proofier and a little bit spicier. And honestly, this wasn't a bad beginner to do with the candy corn, but I think I might break out the Four Roses single barrel strength. I think that one might go really, really well with this. But I mean, yeah, that spice really helps a lot. And then afterward, it does kind of dull down that candy corn flavor, but it still is really like sweet. I mean, it still tastes like candy corn. Louis the Fourth says, "I seen some new Jim Beam 2-year-old for $60. I forgot the name. James something. That sounds. Oh, is it the Hardin's Creek? I think there's a bunch of different releases of Hardin's Creek. I think one of them is like their like young whiskey Hardin's Creek or something. I know there's a young one and an old one. Maybe it could not be Hardin's Creek either. I might be thinking of something else, but it's like I don't know. It might be Hardin's Creek. It might not be. Jacob's Well. That's it. Joe Dickinson coming in clutch. Cheers, Joe. Hardin's Creek, Jacob's Well. Yeah. So they did have a younger one. I saw a review on it. Heard it wasn't the best, but Hardin's Creek, I think they have a couple different ones coming out, or a few of them actually now. So, but yeah, that is all Beam product here. Shirky says, oh wait, hold on, I gotta go back up and get this one. 21090 says, we actually shot a Halloween candy and whiskey pairing video like 2 years ago. Interesting. I'm gonna actually have to go back and watch that. That would be really fun to follow along and maybe try some of your guys' pairings, if I have any of those kind of bottles, that is. Shirky says, good for candy corn. Elijah Craig toasted barrel, assuming anything is good for candy corn. Yeah, that was kind of on my thought process as well. And I probably will pull that out here pretty quick. 2-year-old can't be good. Yeah, I heard it was decent, but for $60, not worth it. I mean, what I heard was for 2-year-old whiskey, pretty good. For 2-year-old whiskey at $60, like less good. $60 is good. $75 is MSRP. Wow. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't pay $75. Jacob's Well is the 15 and 16-year blend. Okay. So there's that. But I'm going to go ahead and polish off this bad boy. And I'm going to pull down the Elijah Craig Toasted before I go on to do the Four Roses single barrel. I think the Elijah Craig Toasted, Sugar Cookie is right. Offering kind of a marshmallowy aspect might go good with this candy corn. But I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, the Blue Run, I have to say that Blue Run, it's running its course. But no, seriously, it is pretty good. I think if you guys saw it and you like a kind of spicier bourbon, I'd say it's a buy. Highest price in my opinion, but I've paid higher for less, and I'm sure a lot of people have paid higher for less. So there's that. I think it's good though. Reflection 1, I'll probably put out a review on it somewhat soon, seeing if I don't get a bunch of allocated bottles like I've been hunting for recently. I've been to the liquor store literally every single day for the past 3 weeks now, or 3.5 weeks now, trying to find any allocated bottles, and that Blue Run is the only thing that I've gotten so far that's like been out of the ordinary. my local Woodman's today did have 10 different bottles of Calumet 16. I want it, but for $130 for this time of the year, I passed on it because even though I know I'll like it, and I know it's got a lot of reviews, and I love the Calumet 15, I passed on it because I know that I know, fingers crossed, that I'm going to be finding some other allocated bottles, and they're all going to be up in that high price point, and I didn't want to buy the Calumet 16 and then tomorrow go and find like a Midwinter's or like the Four Roses limited edition and then not have the money to buy it. So I pick and chose and passed on that one. Joe Dickinson says, I recommend Rabbit Hole Derringer with chocolate. I don't have any of the rabbit holes, but I believe it. Rabbit Hole Derringer is the finished one, right? I think it's finished in like a wine cask. Let me know. Sugar Kitty posted the link to the pairing video on 21090's channel, so guys, go click that and check it out. Also, while you're in there, subscribe to his channel, and anyone else in the chat here, Independent Joe, go subscribe to him. All these lovely people who are in here, go subscribe to them. Also, hit the like button if you guys are watching and you haven't hit the like button yet. Do that because that'll help me out a lot. PX Sherry Finish is the Derringer. That sounds about right. That's what I thought. It's the one with the red label. Never had it. I've heard good things about it though. And Calumet 16 is good. Yeah. I love the 15, and I've heard the 16 is better, which is like a big deal because the 15 was so good to me. I just I wish it was there in January or February because then I could buy it knowing that I probably won't get any of those other allocated bottles. But between now and December, I really am holding out for some really good buys. Isaiah C said, that's how I feel on the Remus 6 for 110. And from what I understand, it's not as good as Remus 5. That was 90. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I haven't seen the Remus 6, but I've told myself that if I do, I'm most likely not buying it, which is unfortunate because a lot of people like Remus, but I honestly wasn't even that huge of a fan of the Remus 5. I liked it. I went back and I ended up liking it a lot, but it did take me a while to get there, and I'm not going to spend money on an inferior version of that when it's $20 or $20 more. I need over $100 for that. I just don't think is worth it. When you could have gotten the other one, I got my Remus 5 for $75. So if that doesn't tell you how much, I think it should be paid worth, then I don't know what will. So I got Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel in here, and I got a candy corn in my hand. And we're going to go ahead and see if the candy corn pairs with this EC Toasted. EC Toasted offers a lot of oak. Elijah Craig in general has a lot of oak. Well, it's coming in at 95 proof, and oak, some sweet, caramelized oak, basically, and a little bit of, that nice toasted marshmallow as well. And maybe, some light fruit notes in there, but just hardly. Definitely want to say that there's some caramel in there, but we are going candy corn, sip of the whiskey, and then candy corn again. So here goes. Very sweet. I need to try to get it all the way out of my mouth before I take a sip, because otherwise it'll overpower. I don't want that. Ooh. That's nice. Going back to the candy corn off of this one is so good. The candy corn is that sweetness aspect that you originally get from the oversweet candy corn is almost cut a little bit down by the amount of oak coming from this, but this is also really sweet as well. So, and it kind of has this nice funk. It actually pairs really well. Oh yeah, back and forth. I'd say this is probably a pretty good pairing. I do still want to bust out the Four Roses later just to confirm it. But while we have it here, I also have these chocolate candy corns. Might as well see if that'll pair well with this too. maybe the oak presence coming from the Elijah Craig toasted barrel will help with the chocolate a little bit. Kind of just my way of thinking. That's okay. I honestly don't like the chocolate candy corn as much as I like the typical. If you guys, let me know in the chat if you guys like candy corn, which I'm sure a lot of you probably don't. If you do, which one is better, chocolate or normal? My opinion, normal is better, and normal also pairs better with this Elijah Craig. Yeah, the chocolate just doesn't do it for me. But let me guys, let me know. Hey, Mazzy's in the house. Hey now, cheers, hanging. Thanks for coming in here. We're just doing a little bit of a candy smorgasbord pairing. And for anyone who wasn't in here earlier when I was talking about it, Loren is under the weather, unable to join us. So I'm here by myself. We were going to have costumes and everything, but like I said, she doesn't feel great, so I wasn't going to make her dress up and drink alcohol and eat candy when she should be resting and recovering. Even if she really wanted to, which she probably really wanted to. Lick the like and like the lick. It sure as hell doesn't taste like candy corn. Indeed, yes. Hit the like button, everybody. If my remix was 75, I would have bought more than just 2 extras. I actually got it. I think there's 3 on the shelf when I bought it. But when I bought it, it was literally December maybe, or maybe end of November. I remember distinctly that it was after, like, significantly after everyone else put out their reviews. Like, it had been out for like a month or 2, and the store that I go to, he keeps everything in the back, everything special in the back room, and you don't have to be like friends with him to get it. You just have to ask for it because he just likes it better that if you come there looking for something rather than just buying it. And then if you're asking for it, it means that you really, really want it versus maybe you're just going to buy it and sell it for extra money or whatever. So you have to ask for it when you go to his shop, and apparently people hadn't been asking for it as much. So eventually he'll put them out, and then he'll put them out for a little bit less than retail just so he can get them sold when the flow has been out, because no one else, after a while, people forget about it, and then no one's going to ask for it. So that is how I got that one. Now, we are moving on to the Snickers. This is a ghoulish green Snickers. So when I get ready to eat it, I can't go ahead and eat all these because, like I said earlier, I'm dieting. But when I get ready to eat it, I'll definitely show you guys the inside. It's got green nougat. It'll taste the same, but it does have like a different color nougat in it. So go subscribe to Independent Joe. Yes, indeed. Congrats on 800 subs, brother. Thanks, Independent Joe. I am right at that 800 mark. I'd love to see it grow. I am trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So if you guys know anybody who's not subscribed, you better tell them to get on that and help me out, because that would be awesome. But yeah, 800, just going strong, kicking. Snickers and Knob Creek. Yes, I have Knob Creek 12, which is actually what I was going to pull out for this one. But I'm also going to pull out Booker's. Obviously, I mean, that's pretty given for the Snickers. And then also one of these Larcenies, I can't remember which one, but one of my Larceny barrel proofs has like this nice nougaty, Snickersy note. So I'm going to have to pull that one out as well. Isaiah says I like 1 candy corn. After that, it's too much sugar. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so strong and sweet that it almost overpowers any of the whiskeys that I'm pairing with it. But it does a job. I do love candy corn, but I'm also sweet tooth. Normal candy corn is better. You are correct. Yes, indeed. I'm cracking the Merst rye tonight. Straight pour, and then with fever. Wow, I'm so dyslexic today. And Lauren's not here to make fun of me, so you guys are gonna have to roast me instead. I don't know what the Merst rye is, or the Merked rye. I'm not sure if that was a typo or not. If it's not, then I have no idea what that is. But he said straight pour And then with Fever Tree Ginger Ale, it's on. So, Fever Tree Ginger Ale. Never heard of that either, but it honestly sounds fantastic. If you're cracking it tonight, that means you still got a solid hour and a half before you're ready to drink it. But when you do, you have to let me know how that stuff is. Snickers and a Nutty Beam product, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Whatever's like larceny tend to be chocolate with a ton of Halloween candy. Yeah. So in larceny I get like this chocolatey, nougaty, maybe even molassesy flavors, and I really like that a lot. So it'll probably be pairing pretty well with a lot of these. Benchmark Foolproof and Toffee Chocolate. I don't have Foolproof. I do have Heath Bars. Heath Bars I think are toffee, right? Something like that. Contain almonds, milk, and soy. Yeah, English toffee bar. So I do have Heath Bars. I don't have Benchmark Foolproof. Merced Rye. Interesting. I've never heard of that one. Where is that from? Is it like small distillery or like Canadian rye or like I guess I'm surprised that I haven't heard of it. But then again, I learn something new every night, so I'm almost not surprised. But I'm going to go ahead and bust out the Knob Creek 12 because that's the only Knob Creek I have, but it should still go very well with this Snickers bar here. And honestly, really like Knob Creek 12. I could sit here and drink Knob Creek 12 all night and just be completely fine with it. But I also like Booker's. I honestly really think that I'm a Beam product lover. A lot of people don't like Beam. A lot of people don't like the nut. I love the nut. No, in all seriousness, the nuttiness that people get in Beam products, I usually like a lot. So as long as it's not like a youthful nut, as long as the nut is of age, it's okay. That's a motto to live by. But anyway, we're keeping this PG here. California Cabin Corbin Cash. Okay, never heard of that. Distillery craft grain to glass. Interesting. Nice. Okay, so maybe I'll have to try it sometime. Although I don't know if I've ever seen it in the stores around here, but maybe. I almost grabbed the Knob Creek 12, but picked up a 118 proof Old Scout store pick instead. Ooh, I haven't had the Old Scout, but I have heard good things about them. So, although at the same time, this Knob Creek 12 is also very good. This is only 100 proof though. So I'm going to be starting off with this one before I get into the Bookers for tonight. That's kind of underwhelming. But I don't know if you guys can see. It's green in there. I mean, cool. The green color isn't like as vibrant as the wrapper, but I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of off-putting when you bite into a candy bar and it's a very vibrant green, but definitely nutty. So going into this Knob Creek should make a change. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. That is a lot of nuts. And well, we just got done talking about how I love we just got done talking about how I tend to love the nuttier flavors. I just don't know a good way to say that. Anyway, you guys are just gonna have to get your mind out of the gutter for this topic. I just talked about how I love the nutty flavors, but this might be too much nut. We're going back into the candy bar now. Yeah, so on the second rip of the candy bar, really good. However, with the whiskey, It packs a lot of nut, not gonna lie. A lot of nut. But it also, yeah, I don't know. Like, it has the nut, but it also has like that nice chocolate in there. But it's almost all savory, and I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this Booker's. I'm gonna go with the 2022 02. That's the Lumberyard batch. My preferred batch is the 2021 04 batch, but I'm not gonna waste it because I don't drink it very often. Even though it's just Booker's, and I know a lot of people have their opinions about Booker's, but I personally love them. And this is actually the more popular batch amongst other whiskey tubers and people of that nature. I've seen a lot of positive reviews about this. More positive reviews about this one than I've seen about the No Strangers batch. Also, I remember this one being slightly more savory, but at the same time having some nice fruit notes in there, and maybe even like a little bit of honey as well. So maybe that one will play nicely with this Snickers bar. Going into the nose of this one, definitely a Beam product, Beam profile, which I really like. It does have that like the peanut aspect in there, but not quite as much I think as the Knob Creek 12-year. Although I don't know, it definitely has a lot of fruit though. I'm getting a very potent like cherry note on this, or maybe almost like a 3 fruit medley, like cherry, blackberry, raspberry, all mushed together. But it does definitely have a fruity forward nose and a little bit of like a tobacco and chocolatey peanuts. So in all aspects of the profile, it should do the job, but we're gonna have to go ahead and see. The mouthfeel of Booker's, it just never gets old for me. It's so good. It's just so rich. Palate of this one, pretty similar to the nose. It's nutty. Obviously, it's a Booker's. It's nutty, but almost more of like a velvety peanut butter than like nuts. Also, along the same lines, has like that fruit aspects. Not quite like a 3 fruit medley. It does kind of back down into the cherry aspect a little bit. But the oak presence is there, along with a very light, like leathery, very light leathery note. Yeah, chocolate is there as well. Pistachio Snickers, lol. Ooh, that would be really good. No, this is definitely just a regular Snickers, but in dyed green. But pistachio Snickers literally sounds so good. I can't even like. I just Fat Fingers McGee over there. Yeah, nuttier than squirrel shit. Absolutely, very nutty. It's 2022. You can love nuts. Absolutely, I can love nuts as long as, like I said, they can't be young nuts. Everybody knows you can't love young nuts. The nuts do have to be of age. I thought all the kids were allergic to peanuts now. I have a friend who's allergic to peanuts and pistachios and walnuts. He's allergic to a lot of nuts. One time, we used to work at this place, and we always had desserts, and at the end of the night, whatever desserts didn't get served, we could take home and eat. Well, he gets to work the next day, and he tells me, like, dude, the desserts I had last night were so good. That key lime pie one was amazing. And I'm just like, we don't serve key lime pie dessert. He's like, then what was the one with the green one with the green top on it? And I'm just like, that was pistachio. And ended up, he ate the entire like pistachio dessert in one sitting and didn't die. And I know it's made with real pistachios because I've been there when they made it before. It was so funny. I honestly, I don't know how he couldn't tell it was pistachios. It literally tastes like pistachio dessert, pistachio cake or whatever. Derek says if Loren was there, she would tell you She would tell you she would only use green ketchup and that was geared to kids on everything, but is no longer made. Actually, yes, she actually has told me that. Also, they made purple ketchup, and I was a purple ketchup guy. We had both the green and the purple ketchups when we were kids, and I always used the purple because the green kind of looked like, you know, diarrhea. But the purple looked a little bit less like diarrhea. It looked more like barbecue sauce, maybe. So I don't know. I always use the purple. It always worked better for me. So try a Starburst and a sip of Eagle Rare. That's a really good one. I should try like those kind of sweeter candies because like chocolate is almost savory, but I've never done like Skittles, Starburst, Sour Patch Kids. Oh my gosh. Imagine what Sour Patch Kids are like with whiskey. I feel like my mouth would just explode and like get tore apart from the inside. Yeah, another fruit forward bourbon. Maybe like a finished bourbon, something like that. I bet that would be really good. Joining late tonight, drinking some Old Forester Barrel Strength. Cheers, Francis. Nice to see you here. Cheers to you, my friend. Old Forester Barrel Strength. I love 1920. Haven't been able to get a single barrel of the Old Forester. I did see it one time a long time ago, but it was like $100, and at the time, I was like, I wasn't about to spend $100 on it. Nowadays, maybe I would, but yeah, that definitely sounds awesome. So thanks for stopping in. Anyways, he says maybe a Snickers with a Brown Forman pour. True, I could pull out the Woodford Batch Proof, or maybe like the Old Forester 100 Proof, or even the 1920 probably wouldn't be too bad. But we're gonna go ahead and go Snickers, Booker's, Snickers, and ironically, I did pick the Booker's batch that has the green label to match the inside of the Snickers bar. So maybe that'll be good for this. Definitely nutty. That caramel though in Snickers is so good. Okay, everybody. I'm getting into this and then I have a poll for you guys, but I don't have it made. Oh. Yep. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Yep. Okay. That's so good. Oh, with the mouthfeel and everything. Okay, so basically, now that I'm done indulging and enjoying myself, I can kind of explain the party that just happened in my mouth. That was absolutely great. This Knob Creek, I mean, I was iffy about the Knob Creek. I'm like, maybe that like savoriness is gonna do it. After the Bookers, I can't look at a Knob Creek the same way with its candy bar. So like, the Snickers is good, right? Drink the Bookers, you're expecting the nuttiness to kind of like overpower almost the way the Knob Creek did. But that chocolatey note on the Bookers flooded, like everything turned chocolate. And if you guys like know Snickers, like if you get a good look at this, the chocolate is just the shell. So like there's a lot of stuff in there that's not chocolate. I personally love chocolate. So I'm super happy with like an overwhelming chocolate sensation on it, but also like a little bit of caramel came out of the whiskey as well from that Snickers bar. And then going back to the Snickers off of the whiskey, it's like this extra, I think maybe even it was a proof of this and the mouthfeel and like the oiliness that coated my mouth. Going back to that Snickers was like there's an explosion of happiness and chocolate and peanuts and like and caramel. That was really good. I think that's gonna be probably the winner for the Snickers, but I will bust out a Brown Forman product. I'm gonna grab the Old Forester, the Old Forester 1920, I think. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Old Forester 100 if I have enough of it, because that one probably is gonna have a little bit more of a banana note to it. which actually sounds fantastic. And I do have Reese's here too, so the peanut butter cups might be good with the Bookers as well. But we are going to grab a glass and pour a little Old Forester 100 proof, very low on the bottle here. Nice. A little pour in there. And we're going to go ahead and see if this can hold up against that Booker's. I'm not sure if it will be able to, but Brown-Forman has done mysterious things. Oh, and it's so sweet. And, like, it's a lot less peanut buttery. It does have, like, a little bit of peanut, but, like, a lot less peanut buttery. Ooh, Snickers and Woodford Double Oaked. That'd probably be good, too. Man, it's so hard, but I do have some other candy bars to eat, so I wish I could go through every freaking bottle with this, because I think Snickers is probably the number one, like, candy bar to pair with whiskey. Maybe. I mean, I think all three of these are good. I think the Heath is actually going to be really a fun one. That English toffee is kind of a note that you don't get as much, but it still is a prominent note in whiskey. But Snickers is like peanuts, chocolate, caramel, and nougat are all such like common whiskey notes. I mean, it's hard to not hit the mark with that. Did I ever make Ghostbusters ectoplasma ketchup? I'm not sure. It sounds amazing if they did. That would be really cool. I don't really know. Green ketchup is for green eggs and ham. You should try it, Sam. I am. Green eggs and ham. Yep, I definitely know. Dr. Seuss, good. Well, I can't say good man because I'm pretty sure he was really weird. I remember some shit coming out about Dr. Seuss a long ass time ago, but you know, with the world nowadays, you can't tell what's true, what's not true, and that kind of stuff. So he was a good writer, though. Get the good old Brown-Forman banana note with the Snickers. Yeah, absolutely. So I got the Old Forester 100. It's probably the most banana-forward Brown-Forman product I got. I'd say actually Brothers Bond is probably a really good one for this because that one's super banana-forward. But I do get a lot of banana-y-ness in this. So we are going to go ahead and give it the old 1-2-1-2 on the Old Forester 100. It's been so long since I've had this because like it got so low that I've been saving it for like, you know, videos and drinking. Like I love bringing this bottle places. Like when I have to put it somewhere that I have to worry about spilling or like travel kind of stuff because it's a nice screw top and like it's not too expensive and it's like a sturdy bottle that like you can throw in a suitcase or a backpack and like just take it wherever with me. So it's like a go-to. But all right. Definitely very sweet. Definitely has that like banana note, but also savory. A little bit of spice. Almost has like a little bit of like a nutmeg on it on the palate as well. But we are going into the Snicker bar now. And then onto the Brown-Forman product, Old Forester. I don't know. It doesn't quite pull out that note as well as I wanted to. I think it's just like it leaves a bit to be desired, honestly. Yeah. I don't know if it's the spices that are like screwing this one up or it's just not sweet enough, but it doesn't quite hit the mark as close as that Booker's. I'd say that Booker's is definitely going to be number one so far. We may come back to that one later. Unfortunately, I ate the whole Snickers bar and I don't want to eat like a bunch of them, but we will come back to the Snickers later, and maybe because I do want to try the Larceny Barrel Proof with it, as well as Sugar Kitty had mentioned the Woodford Double Oaked. I bet that would probably be really good with that Snickers, but I do want to get through all these tonight, so I don't want to spend too much time on each one in case I run out of time. We do have all night, but I do want to get through these in a decent time. But that being said, we are going to open up the Reese's here and get that one prepared to eat. And this one is going to be interesting. Oh, here it is, everybody. The half green, half normal Reese's. I think it, like I said about the Snickers, I'm pretty sure it's the same recipe or whatever you want to call it. It's the same candy bar. It's just dyed green. So no flavor difference from typical to this. But Francis Lee says, let me know if you want to sample a pour of the Old Forester Barrel Strength. Well, I would love that. Maybe we can do a sample exchange back and forth. I know you were looking to getting the Four Roses single barrel. So maybe we could do a little bit of a swap eventually. Maybe just, email me and we can figure something out. Anyways, he says Long Branch and a Slim Jim for Anthony if he shows up. Yeah, no, that would probably be pair well with a Slim Jim. I wouldn't doubt that at all. And as he said, maybe a savory MGP pour might contract with Snickers as well. True. I do have Jepson's single barrel at cast strength. That would probably be pretty good with that. But like I said, we've got to move on for now. And we can come back to it later. Nothing better than a good sausage while drinking Matthew McConaughey whiskey. That's all right. Alrighty then. But anyway, no Twix? I only got 3 candies because they don't sell this kind of stuff in like small things. So I had to buy like packages of candy, and I live in an apartment with my fiance. We're gonna have maybe one trick-or-treater this year. So like that trick-or-treater is gonna get pretty lucky. And I don't eat this stuff. I can't eat this stuff because I diet all the time. But I would Twix is probably the next one we would have gotten. Maybe like Three Musketeers or something for a little bit more of a nougaty thing. But Twix is high on the list. Ooh, Kit Kat would probably be really good too. Wild Turkey 101 and a Reese's. Ooh, that's probably pretty good. That nice like turkey funk with a little bit of cinnamon. I have no Old Forester in the house right now. I need to get another 100. Yeah, 100 is definitely good. MGP and a Payday. Payday is super nutty. I can imagine MGP probably would go well with that. I don't have any Bookers. We'll have to make a make-believe. Yes, I'm sorry. Bookers is somewhat hard to come by these days. I did leave a little bit in the glass because I knew I was going to be tasting this this Reese's cup, but I am going to go out and pull that Wild Turkey. Actually sounded like a good idea, or at least for a starter. Maybe I'll do the Rare Breed. I think the Rare Breed tends to have a little bit more of a... You scared me. What's up?
You should have the equal rare with the peanut butter.
For why?
Because remember the grape wine used to taste like peanut butter jelly?
Good point. All right, everybody. Lauren made a guest appearance in the crack of the door. You guys can't see her, but I can see her. And she also had mentioned Eagle Rare with the peanut butter cup because where were we? We went somewhere.
We went to Captain's Walk.
Yeah, we went somewhere and they had a pairing menu with wine, a wine pairing menu, and the grape with the peanut butter made like a peanut butter and jelly. And my Eagle Rare, I do have a single barrel, is super grapey, so that would be a really interesting one to try for this. So I might actually pour that first because that is going to be the lower proof one. So thanks, Bubba. You want to come in or are you still going to chill?
I don't know.
You can come in if you want. I'm sure everyone would love to see you. All right. Lauren is going to be joining us, guys. Better late than never, as I say. How you feeling? Took a nap. Sleep heals all wounds. That's what Mom taught me as a boy. Sleep heals everything.
Ow.
Except for that. Okay, so I'm going to pour a little bit of Eagle Rare in the glass here. And before we get into the Snickers, I'm just going to kind of touch up on what my Eagle Rare smells like. And
What do you mean?
Honestly, just the initial smell. There's so much grape on this, which I love. I love that artificial grape. I think it's awesome. But not everyone does because it is kind of a like weird note. Like I loved grape soda as a kid. I also love like grape flavored candies, but artificial grape is really sweet for a lot of people. Shoot, I lost where. I was right here. Staring at 20 pounds of Halloween candy. Oof, yeah, I would not do well. In 20 pounds of Halloween candy. Forget the turkey. You got any toasted whiskey? I have the EC toasted that I tried with the candy corn, which actually was really good. And I also have Woodford Double Oak, which I might grab in a little bit. But Elijah Craig toasted already tastes like marshmallows, so it should go well with candy corn. Yes, I did that one I wasn't sure if you were here, but I did do the Elijah Craig toasted with the candy corn, and it actually was pretty good. That marshmallowiness, it paired really well. But we have the Eagle Rare. This is an Eagle Rare store pick from somewhere in Colorado or something, right? Colorado, that was it? Yeah, Colorado. Yeah. And it's super grapey, like just grape soda all the way.
I don't like grape soda.
I love grape soda. Yeah, see, she doesn't like it, but I love it. But it also has like this nice like tobacco note and like a little bit of like oak, and it's nice like 10-year-old balanced whiskey with not too much proof on it. But we are gonna go ahead and get started here with the Reese's Cup. And Reese's peanut butter is literally so good, but it tastes so different than like Snickers, like the peanuts in the Snickers. Wow. Okay.
Do those taste funny with the other chocolate?
Mm-mm.
Do they taste different?
Tastes normal.
I like the chocolate.
Dang it. Now, maybe I shouldn't have started with this. This is actually really good. Yeah, that's fantastic. Loren definitely called it. That grape note with the peanut butter is just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's sweet and savory at the same time. Dang it. That's good. I'm going to try some other ones, but I'm going to keep that over here for a little bit of comparison. And maybe I'll try that one with the Snickers later too. But we are going to go ahead and grab... I'm actually going to grab the... Reese's has a ton of salt in it. Interesting. Maybe that's why. I suppose I always get super dehydrated when I'm drinking, when I'm eating Reese's. So I guess that would track.
Green on the inside?
Yeah.
Did you have one that was green?
I ate one, yeah. I'll open another one at the end because I gotta go through it. Before I pull out any other whiskey, I am gonna go ahead and get the Booker's since I do have a little bit left in the glass here. I did want to try the Booker's with this because of the peanut butter aspect. I think it's honestly gonna hit. Oh, dang it. Why does Booker's pair so well?
Did you have this one?
Not yet.
Oh. Why are you making noise?
I don't know. Booker's pairs literally so well with anything that has chocolate and peanut butter in it. I'm pretty sure we did brownies, right? Mm-hmm. And the Booker's paired with it immaculately. Honestly, it's almost unfair because, like, oh man, Booker's. If you got a bottle of Booker's, even if you don't like Booker's, just get a bottle to pair it with chocolate bars or chocolate peanut butter bars, whatever. Because it is phenomenal. Viking Bourbon is in the chat. Cheers to you. Thanks for coming in. Top Shelf Dustin is here as well. Cheers to you junk food eaters. Cheers, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we are indulging in all the glorious, glorious snacks of the modern day Halloween. And I'm actually going to pull out, an Elijah Craig barrel proof. I'm going to pull out the B522 because the B522 almost has like not a similar profile to the Booker's because obviously it's not Booker's, but it has like this nice peanut note to it, but it also has a lot of like rich fruits and some chocolate as well. But it also has that punch and viscosity and stuff that I think the Booker's is offering with this chocolate that goes so well. So I'm gonna do a little rinsey of the glass, and then pour in a little bit of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch B522. Reading the comment. Cheers. Independent Joe says on November 12th at 8 p.m. Pacific till end. Make sure to tune in to Independent Joe for an epic battle between the Bourbon Bar and Independent Joe. Tickets to watch are free, not pay-per-view. Even though with a battle this epic, they should be pay-per-view, but they are in fact free. So if you guys aren't there on November 12th, then you guys are going to be missing out because it is going to be epic. Me and Independent Joe, we're going to go head-to-head. We're going to see who's the better whiskey taster. But in all seriousness, we're going to have a good time. We're going to be drinking some whiskey. We're going to be playing a game, and it's going to be a blast. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Put the date on the calendar, November 12th, 8 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
What's up? Said something? Yes, that'll be so fun. And honestly, Joe, I'm looking forward to it a lot. So, and once my diet is over, I'm gonna be doing some prep. I'm gonna be practicing, tasting some whiskeys, having Loren pour me some blind samples while I'm just on a random day because we're gonna go hard. I'm gonna really train myself. I'm gonna pick apart MGPs so I can determine when those are. I'm gonna determine mash bills. I'm gonna do a whole training regimen, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this thing. Viking Bourbon says Knob Creek store picks I think are better than Booker's, and I love Booker's. Interesting. I've passed so many Knob Creek store picks only because I don't know. I had one from a restaurant one time, and it wasn't my favorite bottle. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it didn't live up to like Knob Creek 12 or Booker's. But at the same time, that it was a restaurant pick, so who knows how great they are at picking. Also, it wasn't in a Glencairn glass. It was in just a rocks glass, or it was in like one of these. And it was neat. So like I still tried doing it, but I couldn't. It wasn't really the environment where you sit down and pick it apart, right?
I don't know.
It was in Milwaukee with your family.
Oh, I don't remember.
But yeah, I would have to say Knob Creek. I like Knob Creek a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised. And I will buy a single barrel one of these days. I just haven't gotten around to it. But Elijah Craig, Batch B, 522, the ECBP. A little bit of nut, kind of like the Booker's. A lot more fruit, though, and a little bit of like this like nice caramely, almost like a vanilla as well. We're going into the Reese's. Getting a super peanut butter meltdown. I gotta keep setting them down because I keep melting in my fingers.
You're hot.
Thanks. Okay, see, that's good too. I think honestly, I think the struggle with the Reese's is going to be finding one that doesn't pair well with it. Man, having to pick between these bottles is going to be difficult. I almost feel like the Eagle Rare might still be number one, only for the fact that it's less sapping on the mouth. It's like it's less proofy and less strong, so it's not like drying out my mouth. And the peanut butter, while it's really good, like Sugar Kitty had pointed out earlier, they do add salt to it, which is one of the things that makes it taste so good, but it's also just mouth-sappingly dry. I mean, peanut butter in general is just very dry food to eat. And I almost feel like you want something a little bit lower proof when you're having something that's like peanut buttery. And I think the Eagle Rare accomplishes that pretty well. But we're going to pull out the Woodford Double Oaked quick, because I really think that this sweetness in this double oak might pair really well with this peanut butter. So I'm going to do a little bit of rinse of the glass. And then we're going to bust out this Woodford Reserve Double Oak. I love drinking my water out of a stein, because like I'm just that much of an alcoholic that I can't use a normal glass. I have to use a beer stein for my water. But just a little nip there. I'm running out of room on my table to put all these bottles that I have here. But and Joe's laughing absolutely. Nom Creek store picks. Bye. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things that it's not allocated, and I really do have access to to it year round. I see them in at just about every store here in Green Bay. Like every store has a pick of that. So like I never feel like I have to buy it. And since I don't have to buy it at that time, like if someone told me they're not doing Knob Creek store picks anymore, I would go buy one, because like I want a bottle. It's just that I know I can get it whenever I want, and I need. So I'm saving that bottle till I just have money lying around, which usually doesn't happen very often. But oops, I forgot to let you know it's actually 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. Okay, time correction: 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you all are tuning into that. But we do have Woodford Reserve Double Oak. It's always got this like nice this funk on it for me. Also, it always comes off as like a nice maple syrupy, oaky, but kind of like funky oak. But definitely like a maple syrupy, pretty simple maple syrup, caramel, or maple syrup maybe on the side of butterscotch a little bit more than caramel, but pretty good nonetheless. So we're gonna go Reese's Whiskey Reese's. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. Okay. It makes the Reese's taste better. The whiskey doesn't quite make it taste as good. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think I think Double Oak is probably last on the ones I've tried. It probably goes Eagle Rare, Booker's, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and then Double Oak for the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But I will pour some Wild Turkey, but I'm gonna go Rare Breed instead of 101. No, I lied. I'm gonna go 101. Because I think what I said earlier with the proof thing, I think the Rare Breed might be a little bit too drying for me. Well, I'm gonna pass me the 101.
There's only a dribble left in it.
I know, I'm only gonna use a dribble. Another one of those bottles that I really need a re-up on is my Wild Turkey 101. I love this, and I used to drink it all the time, but like I said, I've been dieting a lot and drinking a lot less whiskey off the stream, so I haven't drank this in a while, and it's getting down there, and I also haven't bought a replacement bottle in a while. But we're just going to put a little dribble in the glass here and see if it's going to pair well with this Reese's cup. I think Hangin' AZ was the one who mentioned this particular pairing, and I do think it'll be good. I don't know if it'll be as good as the Eagle Rare, but I'm going to give it a shot, and we're going to let you guys know. Because it also has like this very nice cherry aspect to it. So maybe it's like a cherry PB&J. I bet that would probably be really good. I know I have cherry jam in the fridge. So
No, I ate it all.
I used to have cherry jam in the fridge. Apparently it's been all of it has been eaten. Wild Turkey 101 is so good. Oh no. Dropping Reese's here. Ooh, what the heck? What the heck just happened? Okay. Okay, I gotta go back in for the second bite. That was... I'm not exactly sure what just happened there. But... That was interesting. I would say that this one changed the most. I can't tell if I like or dislike it. I don't dislike it. I can't tell if I enjoy it a lot, is what I mean. It like that spicy cinnamony like ness kind of like came up, but like it got super nutty, like that funky turkey nuttiness became like super turkey nuttiness, but also like that cherryness like went over really well with it. I don't know. That was interesting, to say the least. Maybe I still would put it behind like the Bookers and everything like that. But I think it's definitely in front of the Double Oak and might also even be in front of the ECBP. But we're moving on. That was interesting. Not the best, but it was really interesting. And it was fun. It was a fun try for sure. Last candy bar on the smorgasbord is this Heath bar.
I thought you had Snickers.
I had Snickers.
Oh.
I said I was going to reopen one
Oh.
Later because I had some more stuff that I wanted to try that the people wanted me to see or wanted me to try. Sugar Cookie released a buy ×3. The markets will go wild. Sugar Cookie is the Kramer of whiskey. I'm not sure if this statement makes much sense to me. Released a buy times Sugar Kitty released a buy ×3. I don't quite know what you mean by that, Hanging AZ. I don't really know what that comment means. So if you want to clarify, feel free. But I think I have a really good bottle to pair with this Heath bar. So Heath bars, for those of you who don't know, they're milk chocolate English toffee bars. So they're English toffee covered in milk chocolate, basically. Super like simple, but good. I love Heath. Honestly, I love Heath like in things. When I was little, we used to have like ground up Heath like bars, like Heath Crumble. And when we would have ice cream, we would like sprinkle Heath Crumble over the top of it. It made like the best ice cream sundaes ever. Kramer, financial wizard on the cable networks. He makes stock picks. Interesting. Oh, I get it. Sugar Kitty's gonna tell us what the buy. Yeah, the buy. You know, it could be the buy as in like buy, or it could be the buy as in buy. Like Justin Timberlake. Anybody? No. Well, Justin Timberlake was in NSYNC.
Yes, but he didn't like the
Oh,
song.
Rizzle D is in the house. Good to see you guys. Good job on the Oktoberfest beer show. I like how you guys mix things up. Should be pumpkin beer next show for Halloween next. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I don't like it though.
Loren doesn't like pumpkin beer. I like pumpkin beer to an extent. I had a couple this weekend. They're really like they're quite cinnamony. Like they're quite pumpkin spicy, but they're like some of them are, but some of them are really good too. They're definitely interesting. Stone Cold has Heath Bar. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin has Heath Bar. But Kramer is always wrong. See, I don't do the stonks, so I wouldn't really know if Kramer is right or wrong, but I'm going to grab the...
No, don't do that.
I'm going to grab the Penelope Architect, I think. I'm thinking French oak staves to go with the English toffee. I'm not sure why. I think that lighter...
I have a thought.
Loren has a thought, everybody.
The dragon's milk.
The dragon's milk.
Yeah. I don't know.
The dragon's milk is super malty.
Yeah. Is it like same as like malty milk balls?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose it is. You think malted? Oh, okay.
I mean, like a Whopper kind of.
Yeah, a Whopper is like malty chocolate. Is it like toffee though?
I don't know. A Whopper and a Heath Bar kind of taste the same, but like feel different.
True. So we have Dragon's Milk Origin. We also have some Penelope Architect. So this is a French oak.
I don't know.
Wait, why don't you come sit here?
Because this chair's comfier.
I'm sorry.
The
Brothers Bond.
The banana with the English toffee. It would be like a banana bread.
Can you pass me it? Okay, hold on, everybody. We're gonna get the Brothers Bond out here. So same thought train that Hang AZ had on the Brown Forman products earlier with the Snickers, the banana and peanuts. Loren is saying Brothers Bond for the banana with the chocolate and English toffee, which could be like a banana phosphorus.
I saw this recipe on the internet. Like
creme brulee type.
I saw this recipe on the internet where it was like pineapple upside down cake, but it was banana bread, and they did like the caramely thingy with the bananas, and then they put the banana bread on top and cooked it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with the Brothers Bond here because this one is just super banana bready, like a lot of banana bread. So and it's also the lowest proof here. So before we bust into the higher proof stuff, I want to taste how this Brothers Bond is gonna be with it. I love Brothers Bond, and it's a little thin, but Heath bars are pretty simple, so it may actually turn out really nice on this one. Cold Stone, not Stone Cold. Yes, Cold Stone Creamery, the ice cream store. I love Cold Stone. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know why when I read it, I thought it said cold or Stone Cold like Steve Austin, but Sugar Kitty says Loren is an excellent judge of taste with 2 cat emojis. So there you go, Bubba. Loren eats green ketchup on her chicken nuggies.
Okay, you want to know a funny story?
I think you should come over here and tell them the funny story. I don't think you should tell it off screen. I think they want to see your pretty face.
Can I just move this chair right there?
Yeah. It might be a little short, but sure. It's going to be hard, but Joe Dickinson says you got a New Riff bourbon. That would pair really nice. I don't have bourbon. I do have rye. I have the rye. It's not going to fit through there. Yeah. I have... Okay, this is weird. I have the ryes. I don't have any of the bourbons, but I'm sure it would go nice. Something maybe with honey, too, would probably be good. New Riff is super chocolatey to me. Man, Fat Fingers McGee over here. Brothers Bond and Cherry Pez. Ooh.
Can you tell me a story now?
Okay, Lauren's got a story, everybody.
But you have to go up to my...
Yes,
to this comment.
Loren eating the chicken nuggies.
So, when I was a kid, I don't remember this because I don't know, but my parents would say, because I had green and purple ketchup, so I don't like ketchup. The only thing I'll eat ketchup on is like when they put it on top of meatloaf. Like, I don't like ketchup. But my mom and dad said that when I was a kid, I would just eat, like, I would eat everything with the green and purple ketchup. And then the second they stopped making it, I stopped eating ketchup. But I would never dip my chicken in it because that's gross.
No, it's not.
I dip my chicken in buffalo. Yeah. Or blue cheese if it has flavor.
I don't know how I feel about this Brothers Bond with the Heath bar.
Is it bad?
It's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. It's just not blowing me away. I mean, earlier, like these other pairings, I mean, I had some wow moments. You guys saw, I was like, I was getting nutty in here. But this one just didn't jump out at me, so I don't think Brothers Bond is the move here for the Heath bar. But we're gonna go ahead and move to the Dragon's Milk. So for those of you who aren't aware of what the Dragon's Milk origin is, if you guys don't know what the Dragon's Milk origin is, if you do know what Dragon's Milk, the beer, is, same place in Michigan. They have a bourbon out. It is 95 proof, 5 years old, and aged in charred American white oak barrels. And the mash bill of it, not sure if it says on the bottle, but I remember the mash bill being literally so much malt in this. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like 50 or 51% corn and like in the 40% for the malted barley, and then just like a little bit of rye. Can't quite remember the exact mash bill of it. I just remember it being incredibly high malted barley, and it shows. I mean, this is one of the maltiest bourbons I've ever had in my entire life. In fact, it literally tastes like malted milk balls, like Whoppers or whatever, or like, I don't know how else to explain it, but it does have like a lot of like dark chocolatey notes and like malty notes to it. So Loren's thinking process behind this one is English toffee with a little bit of maltiness. Like Heath already kind of tastes like Whoppers, and like this has kind of like a malty Whoppery taste to it as well. So maybe that'll end up pairing nicely. Haney Z says, me no type good in the dark. Yes, and you haven't even started drinking yet. Come on, my man. Peter White says, missed the notification. Cheers, Peter. Sorry to see you missed the notification, but we are just going through eating delicious candy, drinking delicious whiskeys, and as you can see, we have been through a lot of them tonight, but thanks for stopping in. Regardless, glad to see you here. Do you eat barbecue sauce? It's mostly ketchup. She doesn't.
No, I only thing I like barbecue sauce on is when my dad makes the chicken on the grill and then it gets all caramelly on top and it's yummy. I think we showed a picture of it in here one time. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really yummy.
This Dragon's Milk is so malty, like literally super malt. Like,
or on pulled pork. That's pretty much it though.
Like this is so malty. It almost has like a sour taste to it. Not like in a bad way, but like in a weird way. Like it's so malty, it's almost like sour. Okay, respectable.
Wait, is it yummy?
Yeah, actually.
I knew it.
So, it's not knock your socks off, but it is significantly better than the Brothers Bond was with this candy bar. I mean, Loren is absolutely right. The Heath does have almost a malty aspect to it. Maybe that's an English toffee. It's just kind of like malty. It's got a malty-esque flavor to it. This goes with it really well, but it's gonna be very niche, very specific to. It's gonna be very specific to the person who drinks it. because it's so malty. I mean, it might be too malty for some people. For me, I think it's like tastes good, but for other people, it may be too much. So next up on the list. So
I thought of a TikTok you could make.
okay, we can talk about that after. Next up on the list. Also, if you guys aren't following me on TikTok, if you guys even have a TikTok, which I don't blame you if you don't, but if you do, I do occasionally put out some TikToks. Honestly, if you're following me on Instagram or even YouTube, like the Reels, I put them on Reels if they're short enough. So, like, you guys will probably see them. But if you are on TikTok, I do have a TikTok, so feel free to give me a follow. I do post some stuff on there occasionally, some funny videos or, I don't know, mini reviews. I put some short reviews on there. And I will be putting more on YouTube as well. YouTube Shorts is going to be a big thing, I think. So YouTube is really pushing for it. So I think it's a pretty good way for me to get some exposure as well. So I will be doing some YouTube Shorts too. But yeah, if you guys have TikTok, feel free to follow me. Links in the bio, links in the description, of course, along with everything else. My Instagram link is in the description. So follow me on all this stuff. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Anyway. Sure, Kitty says, spicy buffalo sauce. See, I said she has great taste.
I love buffalo. Holden doesn't like buffalo. He's a little bitch. Sorry, baby.
You can swear on here. It's a live stream. I don't like
He
buffalo.
doesn't like anything spicy.
It's not the spiciness of buffalo that I don't like. It smells revolting.
Okay, but that's the thing though, is buffalo so good because it's like tangy.
I don't like that much tang. That's too much
You don't
tang.
like vinegar?
I like vinegar in moderation, but buffalo sauce is like a lot. All right, Dragon's Milk Origin is wild stuff, Joken Dickinson said. Indeed, it is probably one of the most unique whiskeys on the shelf. If Loren ever poured that in a blind for me, 2 seconds. I guarantee 2 seconds I would be able to get bottle guess this bottle out of just a double blind. Like, I don't know what's in the glasses. I don't know what my options are. Like, literally, it's so unique that I could really pick it out. Matthew McConaughey pairs Long Branch with Gold Bullion. What's Gold Bullion or Bullion?
Like bouillon cubes?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's spelled Bullion. But isn't Bullion spelled B-O... Or is Bullion spelled B-O-U-L?
What the hell is bouillon?
I don't know. But what is Bullion?
Bouillon cubes.
Bullion.
No idea that's how you spell bouillon. I don't know.
I don't know what that is, Hanging Easy. You're going to have to clarify that one. There's also a Deanston Scotch finished in Dragon's Milk. Yes, I have seen some Dragon's Milk barrel finished whiskeys as well, but this is whiskey from Dragon's Milk. And honestly, guys, this bottle is so sick. There's like a dragon engraved like in the bottle. You can see kind of there. And also the entire bottle is like dragon scales and stuff. Like, this is a bottle that you drink on Sunday nights when you're watching House of the Dragon. Which the season finale just aired. And we're not going to talk about it this week, but next week's live stream, we're going to be getting into some House of the Dragon type talk because, wow, that finale, though, that was epic. Top Shelf Dustin says, okay, I've been in and out. Did you ban her from having a chair? No, Dustin, sorry.
And he told me that if I wanted to be in the live stream, I had to sit in the corner.
That is incorrect. Loren did not feel great at all today. She's kind of sick. For most of the live stream, she was in the other room napping and just trying to feel better. And she feels slightly better now. So she came in here to hang out.
I just came in here so you would buy me Taco Bell after the live stream.
Okay. So she came in here to bribe me to buy her Taco Bell after the live stream. But she didn't like the chair that she was sitting on because it wasn't comfy enough for her sick and crippled body. So she decided to sit in a more comfy chair off in the corner. So all you can see is just her little head right there.
Little, it's bigger than your head. Look how big it is.
Look how big it is.
No.
But yes, she is not banned. She made that choice all on her own. Hanging as you said, you were making a brief cameo. Did you do a rye with the Heath? Ooh, that is a good idea. I wanted to do the Penelope. I wanted to do the Maker's FAEO2. I think that one could hit with this one really well because it has so much like vanilla, and like cream, like a creme brulee notes in it. But I bet a rye would probably hit really well with this. Probably like that, maybe the Balboa rye would do good with it. Meanwhile, Ken and I have blocked YouTube Shorts from our browser. Really? You don't like YouTube Shorts? Why don't you like YouTube Shorts? I'm curious. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, classic YouTube is always the way to go, but YouTube is really going to be pushing for the Shorts channels to kind of grow a little bit because they want to keep up with TikTok or whatever. So, I mean, if they're going to push YouTube Shorts to get bigger, I'm going to post on YouTube Shorts because that's how the algorithm works. So apparently, so I've heard. And bourbon's not cheap, so I'm gonna do what I need to do to get you guys all the reviews that you guys need to see. But Penelope and almond rocha. What's almond rocha? Sounds fantastic, but I don't know what it is. Sharks, yes. YouTube sharks. McDonald's sweet and sour sauce is the best for nuggets. Oh my God, Joe Dickinson, you're so spot on with that statement. I can put McDonald's sweet and sour sauce on literally anything. Make a fish fillet, McDonald's sweet and sour. A McGangbang, McDonald's sweet and sour. If you guys don't know what a McGangbang is, you take a McDouble and a McChicken, and then McGangbang, and that's how you make it. And then you just pour sweet and sour sauce all over the top of it. So good. Also, chicken nuggies, sweet and sour sauce.
Chicken nuggies. They're sad.
I like McDonald's chicken nuggets. They're yummy. Hangnese, he says, if you guys visit Arizona, I will take you out to Mexican and watch Holden melt.
I love Mexican food.
I don't dislike Mexican food, but I don't like peppers. I don't like spicy things. I don't like peppers.
I told you he was a little bitch.
I'm not that picky. I just don't like peppers or spicy things. I don't know.
I don't like anything I like.
I do too. I like hot mustard on my nugs. Hot mustard.
Hot mustard.
I don't like mustard either. Wow, I'm just striking out.
Wait.
Gold
I
bars.
thought you were saying that you like hot mustard. I was like, you don't even like mustard.
No, Hangnese says I like hot
doesn't even
mustard.
like mustard, guys.
I don't.
He's a baby.
Peter White says bullion is gold and silver that is officially recognized as being at least 99.5% and 99.9% pure and is in the form of gold bars or ingots.
Like chocolate?
I'm also confused. Is it?
Or is it gold?
It sounds like it's gold, but I'm confused on how Matthew McConaughey would pair that.
He smells it and licks it.
Does he just eat straight gold while he drinks his Long Branch? I know the Long Branch isn't worth anything of gold, but that's interesting. Videos are horizontal. There's no place in the world for vertical videos. Yeah, you're right about that one. It's definitely weird recording anything in the upright. It bothers me a lot, actually. Rye is not as sweet would pair well with the candy. I believe it. But the Heath, the English toffee isn't quite as sweet either. It kind of has like a lighter sweetness to it. How does YouTube make money with shorts? Not enough time for ads. Good question, but I think the way it works, and this is how like all those like Instagram Reels and TikTok. So when you swipe on ad, like I admit when you're on YouTube Shorts, it's very hard to get off YouTube Shorts because like it's only a 10-second video and then you just swipe to the next one and then that one like is super interesting, so you watch it and then it gets done in 15 seconds later, so you just swipe up to the next one and all of a sudden like 3 hours later you're still on YouTube Shorts and you're just like, dude, what have I been doing for the last 3 hours and the entire time you've been on TikTok or watching YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels? But what they do is every like I don't know how many every like 5 or 6 swipes down like videos that you watch, those throw in an ad video, and they're just as short as like a typical TikTok. You don't even need to watch them either. You can literally scroll past them, but they'll just sprinkle them in there. And yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a competing with TikTok thing than anything, but I think that's how they do it. Rizzle D says, speaking of Dragon's Milk, New Holland Brewing is making a stout beer called Dragon's Milk Reserve made with cinnamon, vanilla, and chilies.
My dad
And aged in whiskey barrels. So good.
Have you ever had the chili chocolate?
No. Can you open the fridge and grab me the Dragon's Milk Reserve that I have in there? So, Rizzle D, Dragon's Milk actually always does a Dragon's Milk Reserve, I think. I think this is how it works. They always have a yearly release, kind of like a special edition, kind of like whiskey does. But let me show you. See, this was the 2022 release of Dragon's Milk Reserve. And this one had, I don't know if it says it on the bottle. Oh, right here. This one is stroopwafel, cookies, coffee, caramel, and cinnamon. So that's what this one is made of. So it must be you must be talking about the 2023 release, which has the chilies in it, which I don't think I'm gonna like. But
no, chocolate with chilies. It tastes like mostly chocolate, and then it's just like a little bit of heat. It doesn't taste like
a little bit of heat.
It doesn't taste spicy. It just has some heat at the end when you swallow it.
Okay, you can come closer.
You're gonna break the chair.
Yeah. So anyway, that I mean, I'll probably try it. I did plan on doing a review of the Dragon's Milk Reserve this year. Hopefully before the year is up, I'll get to that, and then next year I'll do a review of that one as well. So, Scottish Orgy. I clearly missed something. You
like orgies?
A Scottish Orgy, apparently.
That's gross.
He just gnaws on the gold.
I told you.
Alrighty then. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyone who can watch short vertical video for more than 2 minutes needs to see a medical professional. Rizzle says the green label, I think the 2022 series has 3 different ones, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so they have limited releases in different colored labels. I know that they have a rye barrel finished one, Dragon's Milk does, and it's like one of the best like beers that I've had. Not gonna lie, it's so good. I only had one of them, but it was really good. Stroop waffles, indeed. Okay, we're gonna go back to this. We're at the 1 hour and 36-minute mark, so we are getting close to time to wrap up. But I did want to get through a couple more of these whiskeys. So we are doing the Penelope Architect with the Heath, which I think that a French oak stave finish and a lighter profile is going to go well with this Heath. So I love the Penelope Architect a lot. Oh, I think I hit it. I think I found the key. Okay, that is really good. That's going to be, I think that one is going to be number 1 so far. It's like that lightness from the French oak staves, almost like that like perfumey, florally sweetness. Also with like the caramel and vanilla aspects, worked really well with the toffee in the Heath, which means that a similar profile at a higher proof, at a higher viscosity, at a higher quality bourbon will probably be pretty damn good. So we're going to do a little rinse of the glass because we don't want to cross-contaminate. And then we're going to pour in a little bit of Maker's Mark FAEO2. Just a smidge. Oh, which literally smells so fantastic. It just smells like damp, sweet oak. A little bit of like a vanilla nougat like esque. Maybe a little bit of honey. Ooh, but like dark fruit as well. This is like such a good bottle. I haven't drank much of it because I like it a lot. And I've been just trying to save it because it's really good. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It is really good. I actually might like the Penelope better. Yeah. So Penelope is still going to beat that one out. I think that this maybe has a little bit too much like sweetness and darkness for the Heath in particular. But that being said, we are going to go ahead and grab New Riff Balboa Rye. Because this one is going to be light fruits, like a crisp green apple type-esque to it, but also like a nice significant caramel note. I think that's going to go really well with this Heath bar because the Penelope did so good. Ooh, it's been so long. It's honestly been so long since I've had this bottle. This is probably one of the longest on the shelf that it's been since I've had it. I definitely haven't picked it up and poured it recently. If I would have had it anytime recently, it would have been in a blind and it wouldn't have been my pour. If that makes sense. Not that I dislike the bottle, I just don't gravitate toward rye sometime. And the malted rye that I have up there is usually my go-to when I do grab a rye. And then I also really like my Manhattan barrel finished double rye that I have. So this one's kind of like on the back burner of ryes for me. But it is still a really great offer from New Riff. And it's that light fruity sweetness with like caramel and a little bit of like herbaceousness. Yeah. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, light. It's light. A light profile with the Heath. Yeah, not quite. I mean, I still am gearing toward the Penelope Architect, but this is a close second. I think anything with a very light profile, light fruitiness, and maybe a little bit of floralness is going to go really well with a Heath bar. I think that's the key with this one. Hey, he says, what is in the Fanfugen? What in the Farfanugan? What in the Farfanugan is a stroopwafel? He says.
Do you know what a stroopwafel is?
Stroopwafels are like Dutch ultra-thin layered waffles with filling.
You put them on top of your coffee and then they get really soft and warm.
Oh, apparently you put them on top of your coffee and they get really soft and warm. I didn't know what a stroopwafel was until I bought that beer. I think Loren had explained it to me once, and I think I looked it up one time as well. But it says something I tend to forget. Diabetes and alcoholism, daily double, absolutely. And if you guys have ever had the Dragon's Milk beer, it is thicker than a Snicker for sure. But stroopwafel, very good. Hey, Newsy says, Sugar Kitty, quit showing me new things to crave. Honestly, Hanging AZ, just go out there, get some stroopwafels. I've never actually had an outright stroopwafel before, but you want this Heath for?
No, I want McDonald's now. Because we were talking about it.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we close out, I did want to try the Snickers with 2 more whiskeys, I think. So, I am going to grab a Larceny Barrel Proof. And, guys, I know we were talking about it earlier in the comments. You guys remember which bottle I was going to try with the Snickers on the second go-around? I think it might have been the Woodford Double Oak. I think Sugar Kitty was talking about Woodford Double Oak being on the list for trying with the Snickers, which I also think would be really good. But I want to try the A122 Larceny. The B5 or the C921 Larceny had a little bit more of a like nougaty molasses type profile to it, but I remember the A122 of this year being a little bit closer to like a Snickers profile, which is really good. So we are going to do a little rinse of the glass here. Then we're going to pour in the Larceny Barrel Proof. It's been so long since I've had this bottle too. I mean, like, honestly, I'm going to be practicing my whiskey drinking for when I go head to head against Independent Joe on the 12th. But, yeah, it's going to be hard because it's been a while since I've done a lot of whiskey drinking. Yeah, super like Snickers-esque. Honestly, this one just screams Snickers to me. So hopefully it pairs well. I don't know what it is about Larceny's. Maybe it's the wheat, but they always tend to have like a heavy like cream, like vanilla cream, like nougaty flavor. So that's what I think is gonna go well with the Snickers here. But it also just has like this nice like rich chocolatiness and peanuts. So like it really is a Snickers bar in a glass. So cheers.
I want to see it. Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Shrek's mouth looks like.
Have you guys heard that? Loren just said, do you think that's what Shrek's poop looks like? See what I mean? We were talking about your ketchup earlier, and I said it reminded me of like green diarrhea.
Oh, why? But it's made from green tomatoes.
Mm. Mm. Dang. Oh, that's good. I don't know if it's as good as the Booker's, but it's really, really fucking good. Mm. Yeah. That Larceny Barrel Proof, that definitely does it for me. I think the Booker's has it by just a hair, but the Larceny Barrel Proof has so much Snickers on it. It's really good. Snickers is the premier candy. To be fair, to be fair, it is. I love Snickers. Lauren loves Snickers. The world loves Snickers. I mean, peanuts, nougat, caramel, chocolate. Does it get much better than that?
My favorite Snickers is the almond one.
The almond Snickers? I've never had almond
It's
Snickers.
really yummy.
Does it have like almond nougat in it?
No, it's just almonds and the peanuts.
Oh, I love almond flavored things like almond butter. Oh. What is the word here? Well, I don't know what the word is I'm thinking of.
What?
Unpopular opinion. Oh. Unpopular opinion. Sugar Kitty says Three Musketeers over Milky Way over Snickers.
Okay.
So in the grand scheme of things, Sugar Kitty likes Three Musketeers and Milky Way over Snickers, which I do love both of those candy bars. I'm a sucker for nougat, but I love peanuts. So that's the difference.
It's better to have a Three Musketeers.
That's true. Three Musketeers used to be my jam, but I do love peanut and peanut butter too. So like definitely when I was little, Sugar Kitty, I was in the same boat as you. Three Musketeers, Milky Way, Snickers. But as I grew older, I loved peanut butter more. And now I just like I love the savoriness of peanut butter that adds to like a chocolate bar.
What would have been yummy with this?
What?
The Charleston Chews.
Oh yeah, Charleston Chews would have been great. Derek says, what about Zagnut?
Do you know what that is, Holden?
No.
It's an old candy.
Old candy.
Do you remember in the Great Outdoors movie and they're going to the bear dump thing and
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
Zagnuts at them? You
Yep.
can get them at this old school candy shop up on the cabin.
Sugar Kitty says, damn, I always double over in pain when someone gives me a Zagnut. That's funny. Hanging AZ says, Sugar Kitty keeps sniffing that New Jersey air, lol. That's funny. Dustin says, some people pay good money to get Zagnutted.
I'm confused.
What do you mean?
Are you getting nutted into by someone named Zag?
No. Some people pay good money for Zagnuts is what he means. Sounds like a Hertz donut to me, Sugar Kitty. I like donuts, so whatever that is, that would be great by me. Right about the 8 a.m. chocolate smell starts. Right about 8 a.m. the chocolate smell starts. Is that a bad thing though, Sugar Kitty, honestly?
What does chocolate smell like?
You don't know what chocolate smells like?
Chocolate doesn't really have a smell.
Chocolate has a smell. Chocolate has a distinct smell. It's like chocolatey. Dustin says, what kind of animal would want almonds over peanuts?
Okay.
Apparently, the Lorensaurus Rex would rather almonds over peanuts.
What the fuck does that mean? I have long arms.
I'm just kidding. No, I think
Snickers almonds is really yummy.
if you're eating the nuts, peanuts over almonds.
No, peanuts are gross. I don't like
If you're
eating, like peanut butter.
If you're eating butters, peanut butter and almond butter are pretty close to each other. If you're eating flavoring, almond flavoring is like undefeated. Like I like almond Blue Moon ice cream, pink squirrels, amaretto. Like I love almond flavored things. What's up, Bubba? Joe Dickinson says whatchamacallits is better than all of those.
Have you ever had a whatchamacallit?
I've never had a whatchamacallit. I've heard of them. I don't know what they're made out of.
My mom used to have them all the time. We would go and she'd let us go to a candy bar and she would always get a whatchamacallit.
What's a whatchamacallit? Like, what's it made out of?
It's got nougat in it.
Nougat? Hanging AZ says I like the big hunk. Not sure if they are a thing anymore. Well, Hanging AZ, they are a thing.
Oh, shut up, Holden.
And you're looking at it.
Put those things away.
Just kidding. No, in all seriousness, the big hunk. Yes, the big hunk is a thing made here in Wisconsin in 1999 on August 14th. My mother created one and only.
Quit it.
You set me up perfectly for it.
No, you're talking about candy. You're not that sweet. You taste like beef jerky. Yeah.
We're gonna pretend you didn't say that on the air. I've never had a big hunk, Hanging AZ.
I think they're so thick.
But Loren has.
Shut up. What's wrong with you? Go away.
Oh man, it's just too easy at this point. You've really set me up on that one. Top Shelf Justin said, did she say chocolate doesn't have a smell? Yes, she did.
What does it smell like? Don't say chocolatey. That's gonna smell like Snickers.
No, it doesn't.
That smells like peanuts.
It smells like chocolate. Chocolate has a distinct smell. It's like when you're melting like the chocolate meltables for like a dessert, that's what chocolate smells like.
I don't smell them.
Ooh, Hanging AZ makes a good point. 1,000 Grand was a
I love those.
fine candy bar.
100 grams?
They are 100 grams. I think he typoed it. Yes, I love 100 grams. I think they're top tier candy bars. Honestly, I wish I had them for this, but Loren ate them all. So
Look it, okay? I don't want to hear your shit.
Sugar Kitty says the plant smells like the entire neighborhood is cooking chocolate chip cookies. Unless you can smell the peanuts that day, then it's like being smothered in bookers. Hey, if I go out drowning in bookers, that wouldn't be a bad way to go. Let's be honest.
Does he live by the Hershey factory, like in Hershey, New Jersey?
No, he lives by the Snickers factory in New Jersey.
Yeah, but are they not the same company?
I don't know. Is Snickers Hershey's, Sugar Kitty? Lauren's asking if it's the Hershey's factory or the Snickers factory. Independent Joe says, what does chocolate smell like? chocolatey. Candies, this is a big hunk was a taffy type candy with nuts. So
yeah,
like
I think there are still things.
a taffy or a toffee. He probably means toffee. So probably like a Heath with nuts, I would guess, which is interesting. Butterfingers are kind of like a
He
Heath
does
with
have nuts in it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, Holden. They're just cut up.
I just ate a
I'm
Heath
not
bar.
fucking kidding.
Heath bars do not have nuts in them. Guys, do Heath bars
They're
have
not
nuts in
like
them?
big nuts. They're cut up little nuts. You put nuts in English toffee.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Look it up.
Ah.
Give me your phone.
Well, now we're in 55 minutes now.
Yeah, you're chatting in the
Getting ready to
phone
close
jar.
up. Hey, Daisy, is a big. Oh, I read that one already. Free tickets to the gun show. Yeah, I mean, hold on. I've been dieting for the last 2 months to get these bad boys looking good. I'm gonna be Hercules for Halloween. I also have some stuff going on under here, but we'll leave that one up to the imagination and the OnlyFans link in the description. But just kidding. In all seriousness. Yeah, but that's not. You
They're
can't
in the top.
look
They're
up.
in those.
Look up. Does Heath bars have peanuts in them?
There's
Because
not peanuts.
do Heath bars have nuts in them? Because I don't think they do. Isaiah's V says it smells like cacao.
Made of
Indeed.
toffee, almonds, and milk chocolate.
Okay, almonds
just
aren't
had
nuts.
What the fuck are they?
They're
You're
almonds.
gonna get canceled pretty soon.
Casey, my friend, is allergic to nuts. No, what he's not allergic to is almonds.
Well, you can have a Heath bar then.
He can have a Heath bar. Although I don't know if there's... Oh, I could have just read the wrapper. It says contains almonds, milk, and soy. I literally read that at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, and you don't listen to me. You think I'm stupid.
And it's made by the Heath bar is made by the Hershey's company. The Snickers bar does not say made by the Hershey's company. Interesting. There you go, Isaiah. Yeah, it smells like sweet cacao. Whatchamacallit is a peanut flavored crisp topped with caramel covered in chocolate. Interesting. So it's kind of like It's kind of like $100,000. Because $100,000 is, well, it does. $100,000 doesn't have peanut. It's not peanut flavored crisp, right?
No,
It's just like crisps, like kind of like a crunch bar, which is also very good. But it's like a crunch bar with caramel and almost like a cookie there's a cookie like thing in the middle, like a Twix kind of, right? In the middle of $1,000.
No, it's just caramel and.
But no, in the middle, isn't there like
I think it's just a cookie.
Oh. Then the Krispies are just like, it's like a thicker layer of Krispies. Top Shelf Dustin said that's not the last time she's going to eat $100,000. Hashtag married life.
Little do they know I'm the breadwinner.
You're not the breadwinner.
You know what, Holden? I'm a breadwinner at heart.
You're not the breadwinner yet. She will be probably the breadwinner
You're
at
the
some
one that
point.
spends all the fucking money.
I do spend a lot of the money.
Oh my gosh!
What's up?
Did you know $100,000 is just a Ferrero Rocher? Apparently.
What's a Ferrero Rocher?
Those little balls. But the Ferrero Rochers have hazelnut. But I don't know what says this.
Sugar Kitty says not Hershey's, the M&M factory. No, Hershey and M&M are big time rivals, but they both started in Pennsylvania. Okay, so M&M, that's Mars, right? I believe, which I should know since I've made things for Mars, like the company. I've made machines for them. So this is a Mars bar. This is a Mars candy bar. It looks like an M&M. And this is a Hershey's. So that's the difference, I guess. Snickers is Mars. Yep, Joe Dickinson just clarified. Toffee. Wait, hold on. What's that emoji? Toffee. Is that like a you don't like toffee or you do like toffee? Because I like toffee. M&M's Mars still. Yes, I believe so. Heath bar has almonds in it. Indeed, it does. Taffy. Me smells so good. Like legume. Wait, legumes? Legumes? What's a legume?
It's a vegetable.
A vegetable? Why are we talking about vegetables? We don't eat we don't eat vegetables on this channel. Sugar Kitty says 100,000. Wow, $100,000. This is confusing. It's either Sugar Kitty wrote it like 100,000, like, because that's what 100 grand is. But then he still put the word grand afterward. So 100,000 is just 100,000 grand has puffed rice for the Krispies. Yeah, puffed rice. Kind of like Snap Crackle Pop, whatever those guys are. Rice Krispies. Isaiah V says, cheers all. Don't forget to press the like button on the way out. Yes, everyone, please hit the like button. We are 5 seconds away from being at the 2-hour mark, and I am going to be signing off very, very soon. Just getting through these last couple comments. Hey, Hanging Easy says, peanuts are actually legumes, to be fair. Not nuts. Okay, that I think I knew that. But to be fair, the to be fair counter is going off. Joe Dickinson says, almonds are a stone fruit. Almonds are a stone fruit?
I don't know, but I'm hungry and you're taking.
Okay, Dustin says it's funny that the two most popular nuts aren't nuts. Indeed it is. But everybody, that is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to have to cut it off. I have a sickly girlfriend, fiance.
I'm not sickly. You're just.
I have a sickly fiance over here in the corner. She's ready to get her McDonald's now. No longer Taco Bell because we were talking about the McGangbang, and apparently that sounded really great to her. But that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. I hope you guys get some Halloween candy and just try it with some whiskey. In conclusion, I'm thinking a lot of the whiskeys with the darker notes and the higher proofs are going to be good. If you do get something peanut buttery and you happen to have an Eagle Rare or something super fruity, try that out because it could be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you have something super nutty and chocolatey, Booker's can never go wrong, but also an ECBP or a Larceny Barrel Proof, those are going to be hitters as well. Candy corn, just stick with the marshmallowy whiskeys, stick with the toasted barrels because candy corn super sweet, but that marshmallowness, it just helps really well. And the Heath bars, definitely go for something light, either a light rye whiskey, something with light fruit and floralness in it. I chose a French oak stave profile, a Penelope Architect. It was great. But everyone, thanks for coming in. This was a really fun stream. I actually had a lot of fun. Top Shelf Justin says, McDonald's when you're sick? Question mark. Well, there's a reason she was sick. And it's not because she didn't have cookies for dinner in the last 2 nights.
Hey, look it, okay? I was sick before that.
And AZ says peanuts are actually peas. It even says it in the name. Okay. She'll be dead in no time. I hope not. Jogan Dickinson says, thanks for doing this. I'm far more prepared for Halloween now. Indeed, Joe Dickinson, thanks for coming out. I'm glad to see you here, along with everyone else. Cashews, almond, and pistachio plants are not true nuts, but are rather classified as drupes. Drupes are fruits that are fleshy on the outside and contain a shell. Very interesting. I did not know that one either. So a lot of good facts tonight. I don't even know if I have any whiskey left. I don't know what's in this glass. Might be the Wild Turkey 101 still, actually, in this one. Or it could be I don't even really know. I'm just going to have to drink it at this point. But that being said, this is going to be the end of the live stream. If you guys haven't subscribed to all these other wonderful channels in the chat, Independent Joe, obviously, go subscribe to him. We and him are doing a battle on the 12th of November. And if you guys aren't there, I'm going to be severely disappointed. But make sure you guys are there for that. Top Shelf Dustin, Top Shelf Whiskey Reviewers over there. Dustin is one of the two. So make sure you go watch their channel and subscribe to them as well. All these people in the chat, just literally support them all. They support me, and they're honestly great people. And I'm super happy to have you guys hanging out here with me. Also, please hit the like button if you guys haven't and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is a personal goal for me. That is just like what I've been working toward for a long time. So I want to get there. And also, go and watch everyone else's. I think 21090 also, they were here earlier. They usually stream on Tuesdays. So if they're streaming, go and give them a watch and hop on their stream as well and subscribe to them. Top Shelf Justin says, just teach her how to use DoorDash and keep drinking. Yes, DoorDash. I mean, The thing about DoorDash though is super expensive. For like the delivery fee is almost just as expensive as just driving to get it there. So I don't do DoorDash a lot. It's just a kind of a waste of money for me, especially when I need to be spending it on much more important things. But anyway, that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. And make sure you guys are drinking wisely this Halloween and stealing candy from your little ones, or maybe just going trick-or-treating by yourself and getting candy for yourself, because that is, oh, interesting. DoorDash Plus or DoorDash Pass. 10 months, no fees. That's very interesting. Sure Kitty says, good night, meow, and plenty of M&M products. M&M products. All right, everybody. That is the end of the video. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next class. Woo! A crisp one to end the night. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming out, and have a wonderful